Diverse guns from 1850s muzzleloader to ultra-modern air rifle used on hog hunt. William Hovey Smith, 2016. Now this is my pair of tools, a Remington revolver and a Brunswick rifle. But on this hunt there were many others used, including an AR rifle, a 45-70 revolver, and a very sophisticated air rifle, which I'm going to talk about later.
This is Hovey Smith with Hovey's Outdoor Adventures, and here I am ridiculously overgunned, and we are hog hunting in Central Florida, right above Lake Okeechobee. I've got the Super Walker, I've got the Brunswick rifle, and I've got my 1858 Remington backup pistol, and we're going to see if we can find some hogs.
The Brunswick rifle shoots a distinct belted ball with two grooves down the barrel. And here is a typical rifle. Now the one I actually rebuilt looked worse than this and was missing the rear stock. And here are two guns. The bottom is an original and the upper one is in the process of being rebuilt. And it's the upper rifle that I actually used to shoot the hog.
The Brunswick rifle has done its thing. It got its hog. Although we had to come all the way down to Florida above Lake Okeechobee to do it. This hog is about probably 180 pounds or so, and it's the biggest hog that we happen to have seen on this hunt. And as you can see from the still pictures that'll follow, we've been doing this with swamp buggies and using a dog, and actually the dog jumped the hog and then we intersected it, and I shot it with the rifle at about 25 yards or so. Headshot it, and it went down instantly. The 75 caliber ball did it very well. Thank you very much. So, gun did good. Now, we did use a perfunctory shot just to make very, very sure this thing is dead, dead, dead. With my little Remington pistol, and we brain shot it right here. This is a round ball load and loaded with triple FG black powder to give maximum velocity out of this short barrel gun.
I was invited on this hunt by Rudy Battencourt, a black powder pistol hunting enthusiast in the Blue Shirt Center. And we hunted from swamp buggies. And yeah, here's what one of these things looks like. And if you're an engine guy, yeah, they put some pretty potent engines in these things. It's a big wheels to get them above the swamp and mud. Here I am about to shoot at that hog across a little ditch. Now the hog is standing and I'm down in the lower left. And shortly, yep, there's the shot. Now you can see the smoke coming from the rifle. And notice all of it is white. And here the smoke is drifted away and the hog is down flat on the ground. Now in this following picture, I do a finishing shot with a revolver. Now you'll note the yellow-orange color of the smoke. There's powder being combusted in this load. Yeah, it's not all being combusted in that small 5.5-inch barrel. And that's why this revolver is such a weak load. Now that's what the smoke should look like if it is completely combusted in the barrel. But it wasn't. And now we have the hog dead on the ground. Now that was a pretty puny load, only about 120 foot-pounds. Now in this shot you see both the 1858 Remington as well as a Brunswick rifle, and the animal had almost no fat on it, surprising. And here are the balls, the belted ball, the one through the hog as well as a pistol bullet, and here is the penetration path of that 75 caliber belted ball. Hit behind the eye socket, knocked a piece of the skull into and through the brain, and then clipped the very top of the spine before passing into the chest cavity for a penetration of something like 34 inches. The ball wound up penetrating through the ribs and underneath the hide, and I dug it out from just underneath the hide. Now on this shot, you see what the pistol bullet did. It just indented the skull and did not penetrate, although that was sufficient to actually kill the animal from trauma. It was down, but still sort of wiggling and moving, so I went ahead and finished it. Robert Nelson used a very sophisticated and powerful air rifle with Kato Jama's bullet to take this hog. But as he described it, I believe that bullet penetrated both shoulders of that hog. Now we go on Rudy's hunt, and Rudy Battencourt was using a stainless steel 45-70 revolver, and he shot this smallish hog with it, and those heavy bullets just penetrated straight on through. They could, well, a lighter bullet actually in that 45-70 would have done better. Ray Fernandez used an AR Smith & Wesson in .223 with full metal jacket bullets to take his hog. And it was a smallish hog, and it went through both shoulders and just slaughtered both shoulders.
Well, Ford Ranger and I are on the road again, and we are now in Florida. And Ranger is hauling game. Yep, my outdoor truck has got a hog in it. Since it wasn't necessary for me to bring all my camping gear, I was able to drag my big old cooler here. So I've got the hog in that. I also brought a spare cooler that's empty right now, just in case I had a smaller hog and just didn't need that much space.
And what do we do with these hogs? Well, we eat them. And here I am making sausage out of that very hog. Besides extreme muzzleloading, I am the author of other books that talk about hog hunting and muzzleloading for hogs, including backyard deer hunting, hunting big and small game with muzzleloading pistols, muzzleloaders for hunters, and also a forthcoming book, Building Your Own Muzzleloader. I also have a series of business books out, including ideas for new businesses, and here's a little blurb about me and the book. Now, regardless of what is used, the proper placement of a good bullet in the right spot is what kills hogs. Yep. You got to match your bullet with the game and the size, and so that your load is effective on the size game you're shooting. And here are some details about the loads. Now, for more information on my books, blogs, and nearly 500 videos, you can go to my website, www.hoviesmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless. Now, here is a second look at this information if you didn't happen to get it the first time. But again, the takeaway, proper bullets, proper shot placement, and then guess what? You're going to wind up with a dead hog. Yes, sir. Sure will.